to get a better angle. I just thought that was a cool background. Today we're talking about the Muligans, a band that I was in my senior year in high school, and we were a punk band. We recorded our album at Frontier Studio with Scott Zylstra as our engineer, and I guess I'll just get my phone out like I normally do and go song by song. Somebody came to me and asked me if I wanted, they're trying to form a punk band and they needed a drummer. And they asked me if I wanted to drum in their band. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So we formed a punk band. I think all my drumming, like playing songs with Operation Ivy and Nirvana and stuff like that, Smashing Pumpkins. Learning the drum parts for those songs made it easier for me to transition into playing punk rock. So the first song on here is called GLHS, which stands for Glen Lake High School, which is where we all went to high school at. And kind of a cool song. It was a good beginner song. We performed it at Sutton's Bay, like in their on the basketball court. I'm pretty sure, like, I saw some people's jaws drop. We were pretty freaking hardcore. So the happy song, we almost had like a little bit of a screeching weasel sound to us. When we went to the studio to record, I had a bunch of, like, I was pretty nervous, and I ended up taking a bunch of no-dos because I was worried that I was going to get fatigued or something. But then instead I ended up, like, I felt like I was about to, like, have a heart attack or something because I had, like, too much stimulation. So anyway, I guess my advice is don't take a bunch of no-dos before you go to the studio because it doesn't help. It just make you feel sick. But I think the recording turned out pretty decent. Like, we only did maybe one take or maybe two takes for some of the songs, but for most of the songs we went in there and we just, did it. And it was pretty cool though. We went back after we recorded all the songs, and we had some of our friends with us, and we all went into the booth and did backup vocals together, so you can hear like a bunch of us just screaming, which was kind of unique and fun. It adds that sort of live feel that you get if you were hanging out at one of our shows or at one of our practices or whatever. I feel like a lot of our practices were like kind of shows in the sense that we had people hanging out while we're practicing. We're the youth. We are the youth. Again, like I said, I'm kind of like impressed by some of the lyrics and the songs that we're coming up with, and that this is probably one of the better ones, Punk rock. That started out with me just thinking it'd be fun to write a song with one chord, have a one chord song. So that's where that song idea came from. It's like, I want to write a song with just one chord. And then it eventually evolved into like having kind of like a drum solo thing at the end of it before it ended. So it ended up being a little more complicated, but still just one chord. Frady Cat. Good old punk rock song. Not Me. Another good song that I think, some of these songs, not all our songs were good, but some of these songs I was pretty happy with what we did with them. Not Me's one of them. That one song. Some of the names are good. Yeah. Not much to say about that one song. Just that one song. Addiction. Again, another good fucking song. Pretty sure Dusty wrote most, if not all, the lyrics for these songs. Little punk band. That kind of started off as like my song, I guess. I came up with the main guitar riff for it, and I was like, hey, what if we do like a song like this kind of stuff? Hitler is Dead. Oh, I also play on the Little Punk Band song, I play like guitar on it too, actually. I overdubbed myself playing the guitar on it. I'm not really sure why we did that, but Hitler is Dead. Yeah, we're coming out strong with our points on these songs, you know. There's no subtlety in what we're saying here. Save the Homeless. Another good song. I think Dusty's California. Like he grew up in California and out in Michigan, so he had a little bit of the California sort of spirit in him already, which I think it comes off in the singing and style of the lyrics and all that. Random Thoughts, just a cool song that another good song that the Muligans came up with. Jimmy's Whoa. It's just kind of a funny name for a song, I guess. I think the idea with that song was to not really have any lyrics, just be like a heavy song where you're just like. Those two songs aren't necessarily the most crucial songs that we've written either. And we got the Chocolate Catfish song. And then we did a few cover songs when we were in the studio, but we didn't necessarily put them on the album. But Fuck You Too and Oscar Mayer Wiener, I think those turned out pretty good. After I graduated from high school, I wanted to get out of this area because I grew up here and spent my whole life here and wanted to travel and see the world. So I went all the way down to Kalamazoo. Just tilt this up right at the sun. Yeah.
Didn't even give me a chance. Who the fuck did he take you up? Treated me like that. You must take me, gotta get your man. And I'm not giving up for you.